Okay, and action. All right, this is technically new consultant training video number 3. All right, and I'm excited to do this. We're going to cover doing a color appointment because the last one was kind of skincare, kind of color. And let me recap on the last one really quick. In your new consultant packet, you're going to have these specific documents. Let me grab it really quick just to make sure. I can email it if you haven't seen that in an email from me, but it's in your new consultant packet. I'm just going to go over this because it's so important. One second. So there's like a little orientation section, and then there are 3 other sections based on the video, okay? So the first video is booking appointments. To recap, you basically are like, hey, this is the reason why I'm calling, or texting, or Facebook messaging. Can I borrow your face? Pretty simple. Usually, if you kind of tell them your goal or that you're just practicing, they say yes. Next tip is you say, I've got blank and blank available. What works best for you? Pretty important to not say, what works for you? And then I guarantee they're just like kind of overwhelmed. So you just tell them 2 options and say which works best for you. Break it down even smaller. So if you're like, hey, I've got Tuesday and Thursday evenings, what's best for you? And they say, Tuesdays, then you tell them which Tuesday. Or, hey, I've got this Tuesday or next, which works best for you. Really important. Then you just ask them about their skin. It's really nice to sound all professional like a doctor and be like, it's called pre-profiling. Tell me about your skin. If you could learn or change anything, what would it be? Are you oily, dry, normal, or crazy? They like answering that. By the way, if you do Facebook parties, the post that asks them about their skin type is like the most popular post because they're like, they just wanna like learn stuff, and be customized individual. So, and then you can turn it to a party by saying, hey, so, my goal is 30 faces or my goal is 15 faces for my diamond. Can you think of any other girls who could use a little extra pampering? Look how cute my earrings are. Valentine's, good. Who could use a little extra pampering? And, and if they're like, sure, like who's going to say, if you use those words, can you think of anybody who could use a little extra pampering? Who's going to say, no, I can't think of anybody who could use a little extra pampering. So there you go. And then you're like, I'm going to send them a goodie bag too, or let's send them this text invite I'm going to give you and see if they can come. Okay. So that's how you turn it into more. Okay. It's pretty simple. The hardest part is stepping out of your comfort zone. So I do things, this is what was done for me after my first year in Mary Kay, being very timid. I did my power start twice. I did 2 power starts in a row and was doing little pace setters like just my first 2 months. After that, like went back into my little hole and was like, why am I doing Mary Kay? Like literally I was in that place for like it's barely now 14 years into Mary Kay that I'm so like crystal clear focused and at peace with what I'm doing and who I am, except for I want more, but I want more family time. So like have that struggle, but I'm like, I finally feel maybe worthy or like have self esteem, which is like a higher self worth. I've always had self confidence, but my self esteem like is high now. Anyways, all that being said, um, I bribe you, like was done for me, with prizes. So Christy or Roxanne, our leaders, I went to their meetings in Lubbock, Texas, and they would say, whoever has the most guests this week gets this. And I should have had it. It matches this. There's this like cute coral, really thick, plasticky, chunky bracelet. That whoever had the most guests was gonna get that. Y'all, I didn't even like care about it, but I was like, cool. And so I invited a bunch of people and I had the most guests and I got that bracelet. So I do that for you. I bypass your fears by cute little blingy prizes. So for example, this meeting right now that we're about to do, this is the prize for going to the meeting. One of my favorite little Swell brand drink things. Or vice versa. I do a weekly challenge and that's the prize for the weekly challenge. I just whatever makes me excited, I get excited about. So anyways, booking. There's booking. You just got to do it. So every week there's some kind of challenge that makes you just step out and do that a little bit. And it's so cool. At the end of my first year, I had 150 customers. So just go to your meetings, let your director, me, bribe you, and you're good. Okay, so that's the first video that we did, okay? So I'm going to move that over. Oh, sorry. That's the first video. Here is video 2, is the past one. So I wanted to recap on that really quick, and then we'll go on to the last training, and then you've learned all the basics, and then you can go through like Mary Kay University on Mary Kay and go through theirs. But I wanted you to learn the basics, booking, selling, coaching, recruiting from me, and then grab pieces. Does that make sense? Like when you're learning other languages, you want to know. This is English as a second language. Teachers that I was writing for a newspaper once told me you want to know their own language, like Spanish, really well first, and then add English words, to it. So you want to know the core booking, selling, coaching, recruiting first, and then add a little tweak on this and a tweak on that. Okay. So we did our training last time on how to do a facial. Here's what has been emailed to everybody, unless you are new and it's now in your new consultant packet. There is a how to do a facial. So no matter what I do, I'm doing this now. If it's virtually, I'm doing the facial for them to watch. If it's in person and they're around a table, then I'm telling them how to do this. It is 2 pages. There's one thing about each product. For example, satin lip balm, shea butter, jojoba oil, and sunflower seed oil. Like one sentence about each product. And then you go over this little sheet with them. This is the beauty packs. There's 3 different sets: the brush your teeth set, miracle set, and girl who loves everything set. And there's a little bit of a deal or perk or discount with each set. That's already part of that 2-page thing. Okay. So that's what I do. That's my live of my parties. And then I say, before I let you go, let me tell you about my job description. This is called the 12 points. So you're going to do this 12 points with them, show them the starter kit. You really want to like show it. I have one in my cabinet over here. I decided from now on I'm going to like stand up and show them my cabinet with the cute bag and all the products and stuff that comes in it. Then like 3 days later, this is the party sheet. I always make like 20 copies of this. The front side has the small drawing. You can write the hostess's wish list, what she wants to get for free, because the whole party should be like, oh, I want that. Oh, I want that. And you're going to write it down there. This has the small prizes for you to write down what the prizes are and the winner's name next to it eventually once they win. The guests in the group who were commenting, and I do hashtags for how many points they got. This is a schedule, so sometimes you might want to write down when you go live at each party. Sometimes I go live at the beginning and sometimes I go live at the end and do the posts at the end, depending on my schedule, because right now I have a 4-month-old that goes to bed at 7. So if I go live at 8:30 Texas, 7:30 Texas, I can feed him real quick between 7 and 7:30 and go live and then still have some time with hubby, so you can like move stuff around. Sometimes I do 2 or 3 parties in a night, and I'll do the beginning of one party, the end of one party, the beginning of one party, just to mush it all together. Anyways, and then there's the 3 party questions. This is the most important part because you are working full circle, booking, selling, and sharing the facts in a fun way. Let me tell you guys this, who have been in like a little bit longer. I'm doing this as a training for my meeting tonight too. Y'all, I have people watch the video 7 times. I've got so many different videos I can send them. Just make it lighthearted and fun. If they've already watched the first video and done the 5 questions, well, after that, you know what I did today? I had 2 girls from Advanced Color say that they would watch a video, so I sent them a new video, and they're all getting a little bit closer. One of them, I was like, hey, remind me of your dreams again. What did you like about that one? And then I'm like one girl who has like no interest. I was like, my question to her, out of like, if you're asking a new question, was like, hey, do you have some people in your life that like might be Mary Kay addicts? If you ordered once a year, $225 worth of product, like it would benefit you, and maybe you'd have some girls around you that would need it, and daughters. And she said, yeah, I've got 3 daughters. So like, it doesn't have to be a big thing, is my point. It could be like just a couple of just fun questions. Does that make sense? Just to kind of layer them. Okay. Sorry, I don't know how I got off on that, but you're welcome. Anyway, so there's the 3 questions you ask everybody. Every single person in the virtual party group or every single person around the table. You're like, hey, all right, before I do our last big drawing, you would do it if you were in person. Before I do our last big drawing, we're going to do an individual consultation with everybody before you guys go. There's a Debbie Wild in Amarillo. She taught us this. She said, I tell them, if you leave, I'm going to chase you down. She says, joking. She's like, but I'm not kidding. Like, kind of, I'm just kidding. So I say it like that funny. But she said one time these girls left and she's like, hold on. She left. She chased after the couple girls that left her party. And she said it was like a couple hundred in sales and just a bunch of stuff came out of it. She's like, you needed that clothes. So we don't want to be like the Scary K ladies or whatever. However, in the kindest, funnest way, that's why I have a big drawing. You want to close out the party. So, and you're just asking. And listen, y'all, if we don't ask, we don't receive. You're just asking. And you kind of want yourself to be a little lighthearted where you're like, okay with whatever they say. If they say no, great. Thank you for answering that question. Just I'm grateful that they answer the questions. We'll just try to have we'll have a good kind heart about it and be lighthearted. I don't think any of us ever want to like attack people, right? So y'all, I hope you guys can trust me that I won't kill people. Anyway, so you're gonna ask them the 3 questions, and then there's a space for you. I have 2 spots on the front side and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the back, so you could close out with 10 people at a party. So this is a fun party sheet to make sure that you work it full circle, and then there's a spot on the back that says big drawing prize and who's the winner, so that you can give the big drawing prize away. And then the 3 questions are written here. So what I'm saying before, if I'm in a virtual party, I'm like, hey, thanks for being a part of the party. I've got 3 questions for a big drawing. I usually tell them what's in it. The charcoal mask that I wanted to ask you here. Are you ready? And then I ask them 1, 2, and 3 when they're ready. So that's video 2. On to video 3. It's got color appointment, customer care, PCPs is what we're going to do, organization, and money, training, and handouts. Let me do one thing because I used to have a boot camp that was 3 hours, and me and a bunch of directors would all buy everybody pizza and everybody wear pajamas. We do go over a bunch of stuff really fast. So this is one of the things. Let me tell you guys about this. If you guys don't remember, I might have had it in orientation. This is the STAR program, and you can go under On In Touch under prizes. No, sorry, under contest and click on STAR Consultant quarterly contest or something. And then whatever the quarter is, we are now in quarter 3 because we start June. So June, July, August, September, October, November. Sorry, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. So this one goes. Oh my gosh, we're already in quarter 4. Oh, this is a future one. Sorry, you get to see some future prizes. This is March 16th of June. Anyways, let me see if I have a current one to show you guys. Hold on. So really cool. Mary Kay is still on top of things that we get things so far in advance. I just wanted to go over this in case I forgot. Well, anyways, you're going to see some. It's not going to matter because this video is going to be around for a while. I wish I could. It's so funny to see the dates and see the babies. Come on, baby number 2. We want one more. Okay. Anyway, so you get prizes starting at the 1800 level, 2400, 3000, and that's how much you order. So wholesale. Okay. So if you order 1800 in 3 months, then you're a sapphire. And if you order 2400 in 3 months, about 800 a month, you are a ruby. If you order 30,000 in 3 months, you are a diamond. So that's about 1,000 a month. And if you order 3,600 a month, you are an emerald, and that's 1,200 a month, y'all. If you do like 1,600 a month, you get diamonds from Mary Kay. So it's kind of neat to just help you focus. And then you also get that prize from Mary Kay at 600. That was the Spanish side. Here's the English side. So you get to choose a really gorgeous, alabaster bowls. Oh, those are pretty. Okay. So those are the prizes. Really cool. If you order 600 a month, you get the jewelry from Mary Kay, and you'll be a sapphire star. So that's a good goal to hit. Y'all, a good goal might be $225 a month. A good goal might be $225 every other month. Stay active, Like I don't really care what you do, but whatever makes you feel good. A lot of us are doing the 21-day Voxer challenges. Once you get Voxer, I'll send you the challenges, and the prize is this. Uh-oh. Oh, there's the prizes for this week. Little organizer thing. And a lot of people are really excited about what she says. Leah Lachlan says on the very first training, you listen to 21 of them for this prize for me. It's part of your 12-step program of prizes. She says success is not about like where you go and what you achieve. It's who you become in the process. On that note, I just want to tell you guys, I had this like revelation about a year ago where I was like, Christy Bigham, she doesn't get upset. Like, she doesn't get overwhelmed and stressed and angry. And I was like, that's what I look for in a leader. I want to be, like you kind of set your sights on something. I want to be someone who is not frazzled all the time and angry about everything and flipping out, because I had that example in my life. And that just made me think like, oh, as I get refined and as I grow into a better leader, I'm going to be someone that people can trust is not going to flip out on them and get angry. Anyways, so silly, but how cool. I feel like I'm becoming that. Like, even if I'm like feeling crazy, I'm like nice to people now. And I wasn't always nice to people. I was kind of like crotchety and moody. Uh, a miracle happened. Like, I think it was like 3 years ago. And I was like, my friend was like, man, you were sick all seminar and you were still like, I think you handled yourself so well with so much class. And I was like, yeah, it's a miracle. So anyways, the growth and who you become in the process is so amazing as you build your business. There's a prize. I did want to show you guys a bunch of prizes. So Star Consultant, whatever your goal is, rock that out and feel good and look back and say, wow, 3 years ago, I was a moody mess all the time, emotional wreck. Or, wow, I used to not be able to talk to people. And look, I'm talking to people about Mary Kay. Like, count those growth blessings. Isn't that cool? That's our focus. Okay, now, on another note, I just wanted to tell you guys the story. I don't know why. This is like this training series for new consultants has a lot of like deep emotional stuff that I share with you guys now. Anyways, so I was just thinking about what I shared on the first one. Okay, sorry. I wanted to tell you guys this thing. Okay, I'm trying to think how to share it and why I'm even sharing it. So yeah, maybe I already told you guys. I'm gonna tell you guys really quick. So I was looking at about success. I was looking at my where I was in Mary Kay, and I've been in Mary Kay at that point. It was like 13 years. I was at our old house, and probably like pregnant with Lila, or about to be, or something. We were only there for a year, our first year of marriage, and then we got pregnant and moved, and ended up feeling like such a loser. My husband, like, he thinks so big that if I don't make $10,000 a month, then I'm not like successful. It's really funny. So I just didn't feel like I had all kinds of like support or whatever to feel successful. And then I don't know why, but I'm like crying in the shower and I just feel like such a loser that I'm not like going anywhere and I'm not a top director by now. And it's so sweet. My husband, like, literally, he doesn't like get in the shower, but he's like, are you okay? And like really comforting me, And then a few like days later, as I'm like just, I guess, sorrowful over not having achieved stuff or whatever, and trying to not seeing myself as successful in other people's eyes, I really feel like, God and I have a conversation that success is really um, how much I've grown personally. And I've heard this quote in Mary Kay that if you change a woman, you change her family. And if you change her family, you change, a bigger sphere. So then I got excited, and that's why there's a shift in how our team is now. Everything became about growth. If we could all just grow a little bit, hence the tiny little prizes for little things that we do, if we could all just grow a little bit, how much would, our self-esteem or our confidence grow, and how much would that impact our kids? So that is, by the way, the heart of our team now, because I feel like God showed me that success Oh, so I told God, I said, if I could help one person, like, kind of feel loved and confident and courageous enough to love herself more and maybe step out and maybe be successful at whatever that means to her, or more confident, then that would be success. So that's my mission, by the way. That is how I define success now after my emotional breakdown. So I wanted to share that with you guys. Okay. All right. So um it kind of goes color appointments first. So let me do that. Um we have these little color packets, and I can give you the documents of what's inside them, but they're actually right here. This is a before and after page. It's really nice to make a before and after portfolio, either in your phone. I have a phone one, like a little album with my before and afters, and I have an actual, paper one. It's neat to show, to make yourself feel good. I have a section for weddings to show if I do brides. Um, that's a whole nother training if you want to know fun bride stuff that I have. Yeah, so before and afters. It's nice to have before and after on everybody. It makes you feel good. It makes her feel good. So many of my customers make that their like photo for Facebook. This has a what to put in the bag. So it has lip liner, eyeliner, lip gloss, cotton ball for cheek color, sponge tip applicators. It says mascara wand, but don't worry about a mascara wand. Give them a mini mascara. Unless you're in person, then you can just give them a mascara wand and pass around the one that comes in your kit and a color card. So the only thing that we're kind of adding is a deep brown eyeliner to teach them brows. And we're doing these virtually as a group once a month. And then the only other thing is I have foundation primer, and I'll pop a CC cream in there, whatever kind of foundation you have in your kit. So there's a list right there. And then there's a picture here of standard eyes. And then this is an order of application. So it literally tells you, clean an eye makeup remover first, prime the eyes with eye primer or one of those cream eyeshadows. Some of the things you just skip if you don't have the step. You can also just use that page in your new consultant packet, the how to do a facial page that goes through basic color. Like it literally does foundation, primer, CC cream, bronzer. You can follow that too for the list. That one's for like advanced color. And then it has all the different eye shapes in there. Come to some of the color classes, I think would be the best thing. And you will, sorry, pain, bony part in the chair. If you come to some of the color classes, you'll learn some of the basic tips because there's always makeup artists that teach us cool stuff. Lori Hogg's my favorite. Matching foundations is in here. I probably need to do a little bit of an update because I think this has the old foundation. It does. But the biggest thing you want to do is she ivory, beige, or bronze? I am ivory into beige. I have a tiny bit of like a tan going on, right? So you kind of look at ivory, beige, or bronze, and then you find their undertone, which is a letter, N for neutral, C for cool, W for warm. And you ask them, when you go out in the sun, do you pink and then tan, just burn, or just tan? Just tan girls are warm, if you want to write that down on notes, or a W in the foundation. Pink and then tan are N or neutral, or yellow. It's old school, it's called yellow. Warm is called olive, old school. And then the girls that just burn are pink undertone, which is now called cool, or C for cool. So you're like, okay, is she ivory, is she beige, or is she bronze? And then you're like, is she a cool? She just burns? Is she a neutral? She pinks and then tans? Or is she a warm? She tans easy. And then you're like, okay, so she tans easy and she's beige. Well, now you've got beige W100 is the lightest one, or you've got beige W160 or beige W180. So is she like barely beige like me? I'm a beige W180, 100 right now. Is she a little bit tan or is she really dark? And then I'll tell you guys, most Hispanic girls, I don't know why, I love the beige W180 on them. There's my big tip. And not even Hispanic girls. Like just they tan really easy and a little bit darker. Like beige W180 is just kind of a good one. Make sure to keep that one in stock or samples of those. Okay, so I hope that helps. that is something I would love to help you on for a while. Like send me pictures until you get it. But if someone tans easy, you're like I tan easy, and that's like the main color I'm always giving out to people. Um, or my colors. It's so funny. So yeah, foundation training. Let me do a quick, oh crap, I'm not on Zoom to show you guys that. Well, so on this piece of paper, it says organizing after a party or a facial. Basically, you've got these, this is a party I did a while back. So you've got a card. You might recognize it's normally pink. This is a photocopy where it says info about them, info about their skin, and on the back side, they can put referrals, like names and numbers of people, and like a place for a wish list or something, and then a sales ticket. So biggest thing is after you have a profile card and a sales ticket, or if you're just virtual, you might just have a sales ticket nowadays. If you don't have a sales ticket because you got the virtual starter kit, you might have a piece of paper. I don't know. But you're going to go on InTouch under Business Tools, click on My Customers. Or you can get the My Customers Plus app. If you go to the App Store, just search for My Customers. I think it's called Plus. And then search, make sure it's made by Mary Kay. So biggest thing is you add them. You do name. I do name, phone number, email address, home address, and birthday. Because on their birthday, we can send them something cool. You don't have to do this, but if you want to, I have cute postcards, and I send them $100 shopping spree for $50 because they get at your cost. Like it's not going to cost you anything. They get to get $100 worth of product and just pay $50 plus like the $8 tax or whatever your tax is or whatever. They get half. It's not costing you anything except for maybe shipping. And my customers get on so many more things they never would have gotten on before. So if that makes sense, it's a win-win for me. And I get to order, like for me, sometimes getting to order, because I had 3 birthdays or something, getting to order 150 helps me, you know? So anyways, I did that once when I was trying to earn a car, and me and my team did it, and we got to order an extra 3 or 4,000 and finished earning a car. So that's my like trick up my sleeve. You do not have to do that. But that might be an idea. I don't want to give them like half off of whatever they want, but up to $100 worth of stuff. Anyways, there's a report for your birthday. So after you add that, they're in, okay? And then you can in the notes. This is really important for me. In the notes section, I write down what they purchased and what their wish list is. Because they might have already given me their husband's info, or they might in the future give me their husband's info. And if I put that in the notes section, you can tag. This is so cool. I did this for this past Valentine's. You can tag. I usually tag the person, so it says tags. I tag the city they live in because I mainly work myself before COVID or whatever. I don't know how long COVID's going to be a thing, in this video. Right now it's a thing. El Paso, that's where I'm from. Lubbock, that's where I just moved from. Hobbs, and then I've got Seminole. And the Hobbs area has Lovington, Denver City, Plains, whatever. So I like to tag what city they're in because if I'm going to that city and I want to do an open house and invite all my customers, if I click that or if I type that little search engine tag thing in, then I can see who's from that city. So if I have someone that gave me a wish list and their husband's name, I have to have both. I'll tag it gift giver. And then I just had to search gift giver, and I had 25 people that I could call that gave me their husband's name and their wish list that I could call to help some husbands out. So that's how you enter them. The biggest reason that you enter them, and this has a couple more steps if you're detail oriented. It says add her on Facebook. That's pretty smart, so she can be in your Facebook group. Optional send her a thank you note for her order. Mary Kay will tell you when it's her birthday. So I just did that once, mostly for like office assistants of mine to enter people for me and do it, all the little steps for me. And then I thought that might be helpful for you guys. I do not enter people that have not ordered before, by the way. Just so you know. And then every time a customer orders, I add that to her notes. So you have her foundations and stuff. You just have one place to go back and look at it. Last thing is preferred customer program. Every 3 months, a new catalog will come out. So right now we've got the retinol catalog. And then in 2.5 months, they're going to say, hey, it's time to send catalogs. And you'll sign your customers up. You'll actually just go to preferred customer program under business tools, and it'll let you put a check mark by all your customers who you've entered. It's also a good reminder to enter them if you haven't entered them yet. I got mine entered before this last one, and it's 70 cents a person, and it sends them a catalog, which is it costs about 30 cents a sample, and it mails it for 70 cents. Normally, if you mailed that, it's 90 cents or $1.20, depending on if you mail it like this or like this, by the way. Weird post office thing. So preferred customer program, you just really want to enter them for that. I'm probably not going to go over the personalities. Oh, I love that one on my old training though. If you want to go to the YouTube channel and do the old training number 3, there's a couple different personalities in the DISC personality. There's the D, I, S, and C. If you do like a square, I don't know how I'm facing. I'm just going to do it very briefly. The D's are dominant, get stuff done. Okay, so let's just pretend I'm not backwards. So D, I'm doing it actually backwards. D, I, anyways, I'm just going to do it. D, I, S, C. D, I, S, C. I'm doing it backwards. I don't know why to you guys. I'm like in my head. So I don't know how you guys are actually going to see it. Yeah, you see it backwards too. Anyways, D, I, S, C. The D and the C are get crap done, task oriented. Okay. The I and the S of the DISC, the I and the S are people oriented. They love people and everything's about people, okay? You're not usually a cross. You're either a DC or a DI, okay? And you're either a, whatever your dominant was. And there's a test in there for you to take. Kind of fun. I did a 100 question one that was DISC and your spiritual gifts. And I was hospitality. And I'm about to tell you my other one first, but I want to tell you what they are. D's are get crap done. I don't care who I have to run over to get it done. I have so much I want to get done. But they're strong. They know where they're going and they get crap done quick. The I's are, oh my gosh, I love everybody who's going to be there. My favorite color's purple. I love Mindy's meetings because there's so many prizes. I am ecstatic about life. So people are so drawn to them. Our leader, Roxanne, is an ID. She just loves giving and she's so fun and so sparkly and woo. Okay, people, life at the party. My husband's a DI. He's very life at the party. S. S's are family oriented. It's all about family. If you ask them about themselves, a D is like, I went to Harvard, I graduated this, and I'm going to achieve this by next year. I've already done it, achieved this. And I is like, what do you want to know? And they'll tell you all the things, I publicly am an I. I'm like, woo! And at parties, I try to be an I. I don't know why. It's funner, I guess. But that's not my normal personality. S's are family oriented. If you ask them about themselves, they're like, they don't even tell you about themselves. They're like, I've got 5 children and they're my life and I love them. And everything that they do is about their family and security. And the C's are detail oriented. So Melissa right now on our team, she helps me if I'm missing things because she can see all the details and all the things and she studies. I was asking about career conference and where to look for it. She's like, I already looked. The info's not up yet, So she is a C personality, or she's very detail oriented. She's got that gift. I naturally, y'all are gonna laugh. You're not supposed to swing sideways, but I'm a DS. And my mom also is. Really funny. Both businesswomen, all about the family, getting stuff for, like doing it for family. So I'm always torn between getting stuff done and being with my family. So funny. So I'm a DS, but you're not supposed to be. So funny. So I would love to know what you are. Maybe you can tell me what you are. Last thing is money and taxes. If you guys listen to the Leah Laughlin's 21-day challenge, she'll go over the 60-40 split. But basically, every time you sell something, you make 50% and you use the other half to order the products. Really important that you order the products. If you're really simple thinking, order the products. Whatever is left is yours. Okay? If you don't have adequate inventory, you don't have enough products in stock, y'all, sometimes it's really lovely to put some things in the mail and pop it to somebody and save a little bit on shipping rather than direct shipping it from Mary Kay. It's a little bit cheaper to send from yourself sometimes. It's really nice to have products if someone goes on your website and orders or is local. I had a girl today order on my website, come over. She wanted to learn about skincare, so I also got to give her some skincare samples, invite her to Hydra session, talk to her about her skin, and consult her. It's really nice to have a store. Let me just show you guys. It makes me really excited. And then we're going to do taxes, and then we're going to be done. I am obsessed with people's stores. Okay, so I was going to say, if you don't have the amount of inventory that you want, you might not want the inventory that I want, but you might want, um, you might want one of certain things. Okay, so for fun, I put the repair line here, the men's line here, 3D here. This is the whole travel roll-up bag. So 3D brush, microderm, satin hands here, and then I've got uh, all my samples of my colognes and perfumes and some color brushes. This is my display. So I just kind of have one of everything and stuff behind it. Typically that's then I've got just for fun all the other skincare lines. So I have at least one or two of every skincare line. It's just to know what my inventory is. Maybe three, especially if they're 3D line, the most popular. There's Clear Proof, Botanicals, and Naturally line. And then this is a whole starter kit. Someone else telling you guys about on my display. And look how cool this is. That's the rest of my body hair and satin lips, satin body. Extra skincare, like the customized skincare that's not like the Time Wise. Here is like the Time Wise minis and the Time Wise body and the old school age fighting moisturizers. And then I'm just going to show you as we go down. There's my perfume drawer. Sun care and compacts, foundations and CC creams. And then this is more foundations and lips. Okay. Anyways, use your profit to build up your business a little bit until you get to the inventory level that you want. Depending on your goals, your inventory level might change. Look at the business worksheet in the front of your new consultant packet. If you need a new consultant packet, I'm going to upload a new one soon, but under files on our team page, you can always find the new consultant packet. So look at the page that says, well, that's hilarious. This packet, oh, here it is. Business Power Plan. That's Leah Laughlin from the 21 Day Challenge's picture on there. Okay. Last thing is taxes. 60-40 split. So instead of keeping 50% to order those products back and giving yourself 50% profit after you don't want to order any more inventory, you keep 10% of that 50 and you use it. You just keep it for samples and shipping. So you don't ever have to think about it and like, oh, I don't have money for PCP, Preferred Customer Program. You've got it in that 10%. So a lot of different ways to do that. There's a sheet in here that my friend Tiffany made. She says, she's so cute. She says, whether you have full inventory or not, she's really big on paying herself. Or if you've got a little loan or credit card, pay that, but pay yourself some too. She's an I personality. She has to have fun throughout the process and feel like she's winning the whole time. So there's that. Taxes. There is technically a sheet that I made in here. Oh, I think this is actually Leah Laughlin's sheet that she made. But there is a sheet that from my favorite tax guy, Jeff the tax guy, and sorry, I was trying to make this fast. It's way faster than my normal ones. They used to be like an hour. This is going to be way faster. Jeff the tax guy, he has one sheet and it's called the cosmetic portion, of your taxes. And he can do all of your taxes for your hubby, if you've got a 401k, if you've got student loans that you paid off, if you've got your tithe and your health care, like all that's in one packet. And he will do it. I think he charges about $80 an hour. It takes him 3 hours to do your whole sheet and do your whole tax return. So it's like $280, which might sound like a lot, but he gets you like thousands back. Like even national sales directors, he turns them into an S Corp and gets them money back. Okay. So he's like the best. There's another one that you can use if you want to be cheaper, but you won't get as much back. It costs $100 to do all of it for you. You just fill out their worksheet. I loved them. When I made about $40,000 a year, I'd pay $400 in taxes, which is very nothing, to make that much, usually 20% of your check goes to the government and you don't have to do that. So they're awesome. But with Jeff, I get money back, which is cool. So basically way pays for itself. Okay. So ask me for his info if you need it, but I think it's jeffthethaxman.com. I can give it to you. So here's what I wanted to show you. Organizing your taxes. first, I've got this thing just for different ways to organize it. I don't know, it hangs on the back of a door. And I purposely got like really cute folders. Oops. Because it just makes it look easy, right? Can you guys see that all the way down? I just put it next to me so I could show you guys. But here are a couple things. So I have some customer organization here. I have wish lists here for people that give me their husband's info that I haven't entered yet in In Touch, or maybe they didn't buy anything and I have their wish list. Well, I can still sell to them. This is kind of funny. Customers that this is funny. Customers that ended up signing up, I still have their info and all their friends' info from their like party, just in case they didn't, do much with it. I actually just called a girl that just didn't want to do Mary Kay anymore. I called all her people because I loved them so much. I did their party in Artesia, and and got some of them back as customers that she just didn't want to do Mary Kay anymore. This is personal use or demos. So right now, sorry, I had it out to show you guys. I opened up a hydrogel eye patches. So here's a second one to use as samples to put in my Hydra-Session facial sample bags. And I throw it in there. If I open up a product, I throw it in here. Okay. Uh-oh, sorry. I have to see what time it is. It is almost time for our meeting. I gotta go. Okay. Anyways, I have in here, I just have a couple of folders. This one is, that is for my office assistant to enter my customers for me. I have one folder. So this is how I'm doing it. If you guys want to copy this, I'll show you the other one in a second. One of the folders has everything to do with products. So my product orders from Mary Kay, also called your, what's it called? Order form, packing slip. That one you want to keep from your Mary Kay order, not necessarily because it has your wholesale and samples, which is section 2. Wholesale is section 1, products that you order. Section 2 is sales aids. Not because it has that, because Mary Kay has another document that'll give you that, but keep them just in case. But it has your shipping on it. You can get that shipping that you paid back, okay? So I have that in there, and then in front of that, the other stuff that has to do with products is sales. So I have all my sales tickets from Mary Kay. And on the sales ticket, it says if it was a gift, if it was a giveaway from a party, if she purchased full price, if she had a discount. So you can get all the numbers that you need to that have anything to do with purchasing or selling products or giving products away in that folder. Next folder I have is bills. So my home bills, bank statement, home bills and bank statements. So it's kind of nice if you put your receipts in the very back so they stay in order. This one is, so I have a girl from Tiernan Associates add up all my stuff for me now because it's $100 a quarter. Y'all, that's really cheap. $100 every 3 months for you to not have to add anything. And so I have in here food receipts. I'll just tell you. Food, preferred customer program receipts, the Post My Party app, any business expenses, events, like if you go to career conference, office supplies, prizes, gifts, post office. So that's my folder for all the other receipts. Another way to do it, I loved this one. I'm about to do something else with it, I think, but I loved this one. This is how I've always done it when I did everything on my own and didn't have someone help me. So I had food. So here's food, and I would list everywhere 2019. I would list each month, each receipt, and have a monthly total on it. There's gifts, and this is Mary Kay, or the product gifts I would put with the other ones, and then the gifts that are non-Mary Kay products are still tax write-offs to people up to $25 or something like that. Prizes. Let's see, office help. If you have anybody helping your office or a kid or something, you can pay them. That's tax write-off. Personal use, demos. Let me see. Travel, hotels, tolls, flights, rental cars. I'm trying to find one that I can show you how I used to list it on the outside. I try to keep, I think this year, 2019, I was trying to stay on top of my taxes or something. Conferences, monthly events that you pay for. Car, this is one of my favorite. Mileage, gas, registration, repairs, oil changes, all those receipts. And then it's kind of nice to itemize it. So underneath it, this one has house bills. So for example, I don't know if you can see if it's backwards, but house bills, I can't read it. Mortgage, you would say January total, February total, March total, and then gas listed, electric listed, water listed, repairs are a write-off, moving expenses, internet. If you buy a new home, then that's a tax write-off. Let's see, car, and then health, insurance, doctor's visits, prescriptions, and medicine, and mileage to doctor's appointments. So anyways, there is your training number 3. You have a prize for me. It's a car decal. If you already have a car decal, it's going to be something else I'll show you.